So, good morning from a nice, bright and sunny Brisbane. So last night Canon had a launch event and they launched the R5 Mark II and the R1 cameras. Now, I wasn't completely blown away by the specification of these cameras, so I thought I'd come down to one of the launch events at Ted's Cameras just to get a more kind of hands-on feel of the cameras, just to see what all the fuss is about, and more importantly, whether it's actually worth upgrading. I think if you've got an existing R5 camera or an R6 or an R6 Mark II, even an R3, you might be wanting to have a look at these cameras and thinking about upgrading.
Everyone for making the effort to come and see this today. As you might be aware, that something really strange happened in the retail world this week. These mysterious black boxes appeared in some stores and we have no idea what's in them. So today, if you've got a raffle ticket, a lucky person is going to be able to unveil the mystery for us today. But before we get to that, I've got a brief presentation to run through.
It's a mindset to see the bigger picture and honing on the detail. That's growth when no one else does.
The power is in your hands. Together, we are one. Capturing the unforgettable.
So, this is actually a big moment in Canon's time because we are actually, we have announced the EOS R1, but as you're also aware, we've announced a second camera as well. And there's a very good reason for that because these two cameras share a lot of technology. So for photographers that need two cameras at the same time, maybe a telephoto and a wide-angle lens, they're very, very similar cameras that share a lot of technology together. Reliability, you'll know these things are made to go in all war zones. They're practical cameras that are tough as anything and will not fail on you even in a war zone or a difficult situation. The Digic Accelerator chip. We now also have a new Digic Accelerator chip that enhances the autofocus and handles the incredible amounts of information that needs to flow forwards and backwards. So not only do we have the Digic X chip, we've also got an additional Digic Accelerator chip to handle all that extra information that it needs to do high-speed continuous shooting, faster autofocus processing, and reduce rolling shutter distortion. Anyone who's photographed and used face detect or person detect when shooting sport and fast-moving action will know that it doesn't always get it right, and that sometimes when the moment's there can be a little bit frustrating. Watch the way the focusing point here on the next video highlights the face, but when she ducks behind there, how it's able to still roughly understand where the face is and then pick it up instantly once it comes back. It's always on the eye, then it's on the face when it can't see the eye. You know that Canon always wants to get the Olympics right with 1 series cameras. Up to 20 shots before you actually taking the shot you wanted anyway. We hadn't seen this feature before. I've got to say my first instinct was, it's not raw, I don't know how that's going to go. But when we saw it and it was perfect, we literally all laughed and high-fived. It was the best photo, and you'll see it in the video too. R1, 24 megapixel back illuminated stacked CMOS sensor, in-camera upscaling up to 96 megapixels. High sensitivity, so good in low light, up to 102,400 ISO. Still shooting is 40 frames per second electronic shutter. Particularly for the working pro out in the field, it just keeps you out there shooting for longer without having to worry about that. So for the first time, this was only announced at 8 o'clock last night. They are here in the store right now for you to touch and try. Wow. Yeah, you got a prize.
$6,500,
yeah.
and the R1 is 10,900. Just interesting to know that those prices are actually below the price of the original launches of the 1DX Mark III, which was probably around 12,000 at the time, and the original R5 when it came out was about the same price. And as you all know, our Australian dollar isn't nearly as strong as it was, so it's actually pretty good value.
Okay, so just finished the event at the TEDS Cameras. I wasn't massively blown away when I saw the specifications. I've seen the cameras in the real world. I'm still not absolutely massively blown away, but still pretty impressive what Canon has done. They've made some really important changes and upgrades, especially to the R5 Mark II. But for me, the R5 Mark II, probably the one that I would look to be upgrading before getting the R1. I have to admit, the technology that put into the R5 is quite impressive. The R1 just feels like it's sort of like an R3 Mark II or an R1 Mark II. That's kind of how it feels to me. But great event. Going to get home now and compile all this information, and I'm going to give a reasonably honest opinion on kind of what I learnt today.